How do you just decide to have an open relationship? I mean, is it something you discuss
Yeah,
or?
we talked about it. We talked about it like early on. Um, she never wanted to be married. She never wanted to have kids.
Mm.
Um, I can't have any more kids. I have my daughter. She was perfect.
You were clipped.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, because it was a financial decision.
Mm.
Um, which I know that sounds weird and cold, but it's like that's not me.
Mm.
That's the world we live in. So whatever callousness or cavalierness you think that's me, it's like no, that's a reflection of the world that we live in. I'm just honest about it.
Mm.
Um, so I was like, okay, yeah, you sound great because I'm not trying to be married again. I've been married twice. It's failed twice.
Mm.
Fuck that. Not having any more kids. Um, and so maybe 6 months in, we talked about possibly being open, and I had heard about those relationships, and I thought about it. Right? We all watched Jerry Springer and trashy American TV.
I love it.
Yeah, and everyone it's like
Especially when they bring the midgets and stuff.
yeah,
I fucking love that stuff.
But yeah, there's always that segment of where the girlfriend is like, hey, I'm bisexual and I have a girlfriend and I want to bring her in.
Mm.
And the guy flips out and he runs off and everything. And as we're growing up, we're like, yo, dude, that's like the dream. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what's wrong with
What
you?
was, and so you always imagine what you would do if you were in that situation.
Mm.
So now I find myself in that situation or the proposition and I check in and I'm like, no, I think I'd be okay with that.
Mm.
But also, I'm the same guy who seriously considered getting into porn.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's not like you've been normal your whole life.
Yeah, and so we talked about it. We didn't do anything though. We were together for 3 years, and then because we were just so, we were just so in love with each other. Two, my daughter had moved to New York. She wanted to be an actor, so she wanted to go to the acting high school, LaGuardia, or the Fame High School. People look it up; it's famous. So after about 3 years, my daughter ends up moving out because her mother gets a job in New York, and that's a long other side story. So Jen and I were talking about it. We're like, okay, we're happy, we're content, we're solid. Maybe now is the time that we can be open.
Mm.
And so we're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. And then COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's no open in COVID. But now that COVID was ending, this past September for my birthday, my 45th birthday, we're talking and hanging out. And, we're just sort of going over our relationship. We're 5 years in at this point. Everything is perfect. We're codependent in a real, when I say codependent, I say that kind of facetiously. She is my best friend. We hang out all the time. We're kind of sick that way. We're just so in love and it just kind of drips off of us. It's kind of funny. But we're like, yeah, we are solid enough to take that next step. And so since this past September, we've had an official open relationship.
And but how does that, I mean, do you say, listen, I'm going to go and meet this girl, or she says, oh, I'm going to go and meet that guy? I mean, what's the...
Yeah, we are, so she has a joke. I'm going to steal her joke. Whatever you think about an open relationship and all the sex that you think people are having, replace sex with talking.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much talking.
Mm-hmm.
So much talking.